Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Doruk, and today I have for you my first ever tournament game in the World Tournament 2026 World Tournament. So, this is the first tournament that I'm gonna take part in, and this is the World Tournament. It's a yearly organized tournament in the Discord server. If you wanna join, the registrations are unfortunately closed for this year, but for next year they'll probably reorganize it. It's a yearly held tournament. It's really awesome, and you get to play some base game with no balancing, which is kind of cool. Um, but yeah, the way the tournament works is there are about 115 people, I think, that's registered, and uh, you play a best of three with no balancing, with two sides, like one free people, one shadow game, and then for the third game, if there is a tie, like if there needs to be a tiebreaker, you use a muster points, which is a really cool balancing mechanic that was introduced this year, which I'm gonna talk about if we there happens to be a third game. But it's a really interesting way to balance the game. It's a very novel way. There's still data being collected, but if you're interested, come join the Discord server. Link is down in the description. It's an awesome place. If you like War of the Ring, you will love the Discord server. So yeah, for the first round, my opponent is Spider Rap. He is. I don't know really much about them, but they're also in the Hobbit League, and they're also doing well in the Hobbit League. So they seem to be like a very good player, and this is going to be a very interesting match. So for sides, we decided to roll, and they rolled higher. So they're playing as Shadow for the first game, and I'm playing as Free People. And for this game, they were kind enough to share me their password, so we can see their hands as well. But I'm not. I don't like looking at my opponent's cards, but we can look at it. So yeah, let's without further ado, let's jump right into it. The first tournament game in the World's Tournament. World's Tournament. Anyway, very cool tournament. The winner of this matchup will get to play against Peter M, and he is for those of you who don't know, he's the currently ranked number one player on the ladder. I have never had the chance to play with him, but he apparently is one of the best to ever play the game. It's gonna be an awesome game if he managed to, win this match. So let's just jump right in. So I start with Celeborn's Galadrim and Alvin Cloaks, which are excellent, which both are playable. Love seeing Celeborn, especially now that I don't have master tokens. Now elves are gonna, take some more time to get mustered down. So it's imperative that I find some recruitment cards in case my opponent goes for a fast Alvin Pincer. Celeborn Galadrim, one of the best ways to start the game. Alvin Cloaks is also a very playable character card. So I'm happy to see both. Just generally good cards. For Shadow, my opponent also has nice cards. Orcs Multiplying again. Very quick way to attack the north. And Lure of the Ring, early on it might be not. Early on, I think it's fine. After you kill Gandalf, maybe you draw Strider, deal 3 damage to the Fellowship. That would be huge. And they are terrible as a decent combat card, so to cycle and to play. So not bad cards for both of us. So let's see. My opponent starts by allocating 1 eye. They roll 3 more, which is a lot, but they don't roll 2 musters, which is huge. And I get this roll, a bunch of musters, and it will. I would have really wanted to see some Palantirs to cycle these cards, but I can't complain because my opponent just rolled 3 more eyes. They didn't roll musters, so it's a very awkward-ish turn. As far as plans go, I'm not really sure. Like, what would you do as free here? Try to move once, and with the 3 musters, maybe hide with one of them. If you manage to kill Gandalf, the other 2 musters, maybe you start mustering the elves down. Maybe you make this stock army move into Old Forest Road. It's a very interesting question. And my opponent has a single muster, so it's really important that I kind of wait for how they use this muster. If they put Isengard to war, then yeah, I can really fast forward the elves down. But if they put Sauron to war, they can start going up north to threaten an easy Woodland Realm. So let's see what happens. So the only thing I know I'm gonna do with a single muster is use this to muster the elves once. Maybe like this is a bit of a wait and see. I don't want to move immediately and get revealed and have them play, for example, a Wargle Wound on me. So I'm just basically trying to I know I'm gonna move a single time. Might as well be close to the last action. I don't want to do it exactly the last action because I would really want to hide with the muster if I get hit and revealed. So, but yeah, my opponent with the muster, they muster down Sauron. So right now, this army apparently is gonna go up north if I push the elves too hard. So I go to Old Forest Road and Westernnet, and this might be a slight mistake because I have another muster. I can put the elves to all the way to war. And Shadow can only get to Narrows of the Forest or Eastern Mirkwood. And I get 2 musters in Woodland Realm. I can muster 2 elites, and that's really significant. You know, this Old Forest Road move is very knee-jerk reaction. It's very standard. It does push the north down, but yeah, maybe if I'm doing this, I'm really considering maybe pushing down, maybe mustering the north once again. It's really interesting. I am as free very reluctant to put the elves all the way to war. Also because I don't want to give Shadow a free Witch King. If they get Witch King before I can get my 5th die, that becomes a problem. Then everywhere else on the map becomes a very vulnerable. Because, like, for example, Rohan could be attacked very quickly. DA even can come under siege very quickly if they get the Witch King, you know, too easily, I would say. But obviously, getting 2 musters into Woodland Realm also is very like appealing as free people. But I kind of just like, maybe it was an autopilot mode and hadn't even considered that and made this move. I don't think it's bad necessarily, but I could have had 2 elites in Woodland Realm. So yeah, my opponent plays Orcs Multiplying again. Now, yeah, it's looking rough for the north. I was like, okay, this army's coming here. This army's going cover Carrick. It's going to be a classic Dew take. Yeah. So with this mill, I move, I'm caught, and I'm revealed. I kill Gandalf, buy Gandalf, and this is why I kept the muster. I want to be able to hide with this muster. I go to Gorgot. My opponent makes their way up to Narrows, and yeah, I can hide. That was my point. But like, this is the last opportunity for me to get an elite into Woodland Realm. If I muster the elves down, the next turn I can muster them immediately to war, and then muster 1 elite into Woodland Realm. I think I would have absolutely had done it had they not played Orcs Multiplying again. But because they played Orcs Multiplying again, I'm not that incentivized to try to defend Wooden Realm, because it's just so weak. Wooden Realm is so weak. So I decide I want to keep moving, making progress with the Fellowship. So I hide. So we go to turn 2. I get an Ents and a Daylight. You know, not technically the cards you want to see, but I have already 2 beautifully playable cards, even though Gandalf just, died without getting a cycle on either of them, but, sometimes that happens. And, yeah. Oh, my opponent gets Nazgul Strike and Mini Kings. Getting Nazgul Strike here is very, very strong because, yeah, you can reveal Fellowship maybe on Moria. And I don't have tokens to turn the turn order to make my move into Moria be my last action of the turn such that they cannot play Nazgul Strike. So now I can't without tokens. So this is going to be very interesting. My opponent allocates 1 eye, rolls 1 more, and otherwise they get a beautiful roll. This is exactly the kind of roll you'd want as Shadow. Get Saruman, get Isengard down, get Saruman, attack the north, attack Dale, get Witch King. I feel like that's what you should do. But I also get a very good roll. Technically I can't get Gandalf because there's no minions. So, but like my opponent can get 2 minions. So 2 minions for a Gandalf, probably worth it. But they obviously, I pass here. I'm not sure if I should. I definitely should move once, but also this is one other downside of being revealed outside of Rivendell. Not only some cards are playable, but you get some rerolls put on top of you. So, small thing, but certainly could matter. But like right now, if there's a single dude on me, I should just move once, and then that means I'm not gonna move again. So if I'm waiting, I guess I should wait, but yeah. And they put some more leadership on the Army of Narrows. So I move, and if I was gonna do that immediately, I mean, now that my opponent can't play any character cards, maybe this is the point to move. Yeah, maybe I don't really hate it. They can't play cards. They can't do anything technically bad because they don't have the dice. So, yeah, maybe moving here is not a bad idea. And I'm safe. Awesome. They attack Old Forest Road. No card. I don't have scouts. They, move down the north. Okay. So now, what do? I get Gandalf with... I will get Gandalf with one of the wills. What other thing am I going to do with the other will? Right. I guess I should get Gandalf first. Oh, I'm moving. At this point, I was maybe thinking about putting Gandalf in Grey Havens and bluffing maybe Book, but I don't think that's, good. So I think I should just get Gandalf, but my opponent is clearly going for the... I can't get Gandalf. What am I talking about? Yeah, I can't get Gandalf. So I need to find a use for these wills. And because my opponent doesn't have any character cards, like they can't play any character cards because they don't have the dice, I figured I'm just going to move. I'm going to move. Yeah, this is a little risky move for sure. It's into Moria, but like I can move out of Moria next turn. So maybe it's not the end of the world. But I'm caught, which is fair. And it's a 3. So, yeah. At least I'm not revealed, right? I'm not revealed. Awesome. So against the 3, I like taking a random. Otherwise, you just go too high on the corruption mark. Obviously, don't want to hit Strider, but I take a random and it's Strider. So This is extremely sad because um, I was before this game. I realized how much I liked crowning Aragorn to shave off variants, to play a little bit more militaristic game, using the forces a little bit more offensively to retake points. And Aragorn is an exceptional tool to be able to do that. And given that I was actively looking to crown him, like I told myself before the game that I was going to crown Aragorn no matter what, right? Provided that was my plan, maybe taking this random was wrong. Like if this was a 2, I think I just take it. And but since it's a 3, I felt more inclined to take it as a random because I believe taking a random on average is a better play against the 3. But yeah, it just killed Strider. And I'm gonna make another video about like the decision making process of just taking a 3 versus not taking a 3. Like on average, it's better to probably take a random to a 3, but 1/6 chance that you may just immediately lose the game. Not lose the game, but like it's such a big blow to the Fellowship to lose Strider here, is that like it's not worth the risk. And it's a single game, there's no makeup, so maybe I should have gone for the other option. I'm gonna make another video like diving into the. I already made the video, but yeah, go check it out if that sounds interesting to you. I'll link it down in the description. The decision making process of choosing whether to take a random or not. But unfortunately, it's a Strider. Yeah, like it's classic, what can you do? So fine. It's not the end of the world. At least it was inefficient. Maybe I can get down to Golem fast and save on corruption. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. So here, I need to formulate a plan. What do I do, right? I think I decide to put the Master of the North down once with this Master die. In case my opponent covers Carrick. Right? If they cover Carrick or attack Dale, they might put them to ward, and I muster. They have a single attack. Oh, they're not even getting the Witch King, so yeah, they're not gonna get anything. They're gonna get this Saruman as the last action. So if I put the North down, if I muster them twice, I might be able to start mustering in Carrick or Dale. But no, okay, I just use it as an army movement. I'm not really sure if I agree. If I muster the North, I might deny them Saruman. But yeah, they're attacking Dale. Oh, they're just gonna get the Witch King like this. Okay, that's fair. They play a strategy card. I play no card. Great Host auto kit hits. I get 1 hit. They take Dale. Put the North to war. So now the North's at war. So here they're gonna get the Witch King. Obviously, what do I do with this will? I just make a huge mistake, and there's nothing to say. I think I was like a little flustered, maybe a little tilted. I don't remember being tilted, but definitely flustered that Strider was gone. And I was like, okay, I need to move. I cannot wait to bad stuff to happen to me. And this is going to be my move that puts me over Moria, right? And yeah, there's a decent chance that I'm caught, but there's a little, if I'm caught, there's also decent chance, like a 50% chance that I'm revealed if I caught. So I would say on third movement on 3 dice, I think it's about 80% chance that you're caught on third movement in three dice. 80% and a little bit more, 50% to be revealed. I think just above like 40% chance that I am revealed with this move, but I want to go fast, right? Woodland Realm's gonna fall easily. Maybe even Erebor is gonna come under attack. You know, they don't have strategy cards though, but whatever. But yeah, Strider's gone, so I need to be as quick as I can. No more luxury of having Strider. So I decide to move here, and I think it's a mistake. I think I should just wait and just muster an elite in Carrick. It's just simple as that. I felt like I needed to move a little faster than maybe it was necessary. Maybe it's correct to still move. I think if this is a character, then I have to move. But because it's a will, I should just use it as a muster. But yeah, what would you do with this will? I think it was a mistake to move again. I do move. I am caught. Both these are hits, by the way. And it's a 2 reveal eye. Certainly going through Moria is gonna hurt a bit. And kill Legolas. Moria tiles a 0. So it wasn't the most damaging thing to happen. But certainly, zero reveal is one of the good tiles for me, I think. You know, yeah, maybe moving there is fine, but I just felt like I just took way too much corruption damage this turn, right? Killed Strider, took a 2. Like, they drew, what, 3 tiles in 3 movement? Like, that's really good. But yeah, so my opponent gets the Wish King. Turn 3. I get Mithril Coat and Power Tom Bombadil. Okay, not the most useful cards. They allocate 1 eye, roll 1 more, and they just get a, very slow turn. They're not going to be able to get Saruman. But yeah, they have Foul Thing, they have Nazgul Strike, they have Lure of the Ring. Like, all these Palantirs are probably going to find some use. So let's see what happens. Yeah, and I don't get a Will of the West. Unfortunate. Yeah, Gandalf is not the first turn. It's not gonna arrive the first turn that he can. So I hide because again I don't want to hit with Lord of the Ring. My opponent plays Foul Thing and it's a 2 and random into Gimli. Okay, that's another 2 damage. Cool. Fellowship is definitely looking a little naked. They still have to make 4 more movements with a -4 corruption, so it's definitely creeping up. And here I move, and I think it's a mistake. I want. I'm not sure if it's a mistake. I didn't want rerolls on me. Like, that's just genuinely why I moved. But when you move, you play into Nazgul Strike, and I can't afford to wait until last turn. If they want to move Nazguls, they will get the chance to do it. I move. They hit me again. And it's a 3. I lose Boromir, and Pippin goes to Lorien. Now Merry and Frodo and Sam are chilling in Dimrill Dale. It's as if at the end of Fellowship, like after the Moria, after Gandalf dies, the Fellowship kind of just says, okay, guys, you guys are on your own. Bye. So, yeah, I am almost down. I'm -1 effective. Definitely not happy about this, but so opponent draws a card. I mean, they can certainly hit me with a Nazgul Strike, and there's a decent chance that they reveal me, and if they do, they get to play Lure. Like, they can like inflict some heavy damage. Yeah, but I hide. They get Isengard down. I pass. They attack Woodland Realm. Yep, not much I can do about that. Oh, by the way, I completely forgot to mention, they didn't roll any army movements, so they weren't able to cover Carrick with the army in Eagle's Eyrie. And because of that, I was able to take my sweet time mustering here. Otherwise, I think I would have mustered in Carrick immediately. Just a little tidbit. My opponent attacks Woodland Realm, probably play Monsters Roused against Power Tom Bombadil. Power Tom Bombadil doing God's work, saving me 2 hits. So they roll only single, I roll 2, they press, they play a card. I really don't. They play a strategy card, and technically, like if they get an unlucky roll and like the odds are a little bit more equal, this army in Carrick could certainly retake and reinforce. So I play my daylight here, probably last battle, into Desperate Battle, which is excellent for me. And they only get 1 hit, so, and I get 2 back. So, Woodland Realm being as undefended as it was is managing to hold on. Like, imagine if I had 1 more elite in there, wouldn't that be a sight? So I mustered in Carrick because I want to be able to attack Woodland Realm. My opponent draws a strategy card. Fair. Let's go to turn 4. I draw Dane and Elven Rope. Okay. I would really love to see Thranduil, but, you can't always get what you want. I declare Impart Calibrand to avoid playing into cards like Cruel Weather, Nazgul Strike. Yeah, so we go on. My opponent allocates 1. I rolls 1 more, and I get a beautiful roll again against 2 eyes. Really happy with this roll. I would have maybe wanted 1 more monster, but like that's not necessary at all. I think what I should do, move with the Fellowship definitely, and get Gandalf, and maybe move out into Old Forest Road and ring attack Woodland Realm if my opponent doesn't attack immediately, because they only roll 2 attacks. And yeah, they don't have any Palantir attacks, so it's going to be very interesting. They did not roll a good roll. So I pass. I think, do I like this pass? What if they put rerolls on me? They cannot, because they don't have a character die. So yeah, this pass is totally fine. If my opponent attacks Eagle's Eerie into Carrick, that's actually something that I'd really want them to do, because I don't think they would get 4 hits, and whatever armies left over gets to automatically retreat into Old Forest Road, which would save me a die, so I wouldn't mind them attacking. So I'm not mustering there immediately. So I think this pass is totally fine. They play Hill Trolls. Okay, now the realm's looking sad. I pass again. They attack Carrick here. And I think this is a mistake. Like, there's no... I mean, I understand the sentiment. You want to take away the mustering point. But, like, I think you should do that after you take Woodland Realm. Because now, no card. And I could certainly have scouts, by the way. And that would be really bad. They get a single hit, which is expected. Just on 4 dice. It's not that likely. And I get 1 back, which is a little bit lucky for me. But, like, my opponent stops. I think they recognize the danger of pressing, and they correctly stop. And I think that's fair. So if you were gonna stop, why did you make this attack in the first place? Maybe you were hoping to get lucky. I think it's a bit of a mistake, but no, not the end of the world. So I move. I'm safe. Awesome. Opponent draws a strategy card. They draw into a swarm of bats, by the way. I mean, they already had. This is very interesting, actually. Like, you had swarm of bats, but you didn't play into Carrick. I guess you were not worried about scouts at all. So I muster an elite in Carrick. I really want this army to be unassailable, and want at least, at this point in my eyes, Woodland Realm is gone, because they're gonna attack it with this die and they're gonna take it. So there's no rush for me to move to Old Forest Road and attack and maybe retake Dale. I'm just gonna build a massive army and maybe threaten Mount Gundabad, and If they take their sweet time, maybe then I can think about retaking it. Bone attacks within realm. The strategy card. I no card it because I think it's gone. But they're only rolling 3 dice plus another D, so 6 dice. Relentless Assault. They take a full elite. No, they reduce 1 elite, but they roll no hits. And I roll a hit. So I just dealt 2 damage to them, basically nullifying the hill trolls that they played. And yeah, that's really good for me. They stop, they draw, they can't press. And they don't have any more attacks. So now the Carrick army can certainly retake. Maybe reinforce Woodland Realm. And here is a very interesting decision. This is the Gandalf will. But this will could also be used to put the guys into Old Forest Road and then attack Woodland Realm the first action next turn. They're not showing any attacks. I don't know that though at this point, because they might have a Palantir attack, right? Or they might have dreadful spells to take over. So I still am not playing into this plan, but you might like do it. You might be thinking, oh, why wouldn't you do it with a ring? With this Palantir. Like if I do it with the ring, I give them a ring and they just like ring attack and take it. So I can't do it with the ring. I have to do it with this die, and that's my Gandalf die. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna play a little safe, just gonna be mindful of those Palantir attacks. I'm just gonna get Gandalf. I know I want him. I know I need him. So let's just get that. So my opponent got Saruman. Makes sense. And this Palantir, we're gonna play something. What do we play? Probably play Elven Rope or Cloaks. Which one do you prefer? Oh, I give them a ring to make this play. Oh, okay. I mean, I don't hate this, but like, do I hate this or do I not hate this? What do you think about this play? Generally, this is basically forcing them to use immediately the ring back to take Woodland Realm. Because if you don't, then I will just attack you. But if you ring attack, like you might have playable cards. Maybe, I mean, overdrawing for me is an issue. Overdrawing for you might be an issue. I don't know that. But why not just play Elven Cloaks? But like, if you don't get a hit, you're still only rolling 3 dice, but you have a full grip. Like, what are the odds that you just don't have any useful cards in your hand? I don't know. What do you think about this play? Genuinely curious. Very interesting. And this army to Edmore's, I feel like neither Rivendell like is threatened, or there is a big army in Moria. So probably maybe you should go in Bree and start mustering in Bree. But I was like, okay, I want to defend Rivendell if push comes to shove. I want to be a little bit closer there. Maybe threaten Angmar, not really, but what do you think? Yeah, I'm not really sure. Let's see. And they obviously use the ring back. And here they surprise me. They don't attack Woodland Realm, but they take Carrick and Eastrun, and I think this is just a mistake. Yeah, maybe they didn't realize that I was threatening to attack. And they have cards. Like, they don't have good cards, but just use a Swarm of Bats, and now you hit on 5s on your leader reroll. 3 dice on 5s. That you take those odds in a hunt, so you take it here absolutely. But I don't know. I would 100% attack Woodland Realm there, but like this gives me a huge opening to relieve the siege, and I draw for turn there and back again, which is non-existent because everybody just died in Dimmerldale. So it's probably throw that. King Brandsman, it's a shield wall. It's good. I think I should probably get rid of... If I retake Dale, it's a fast way to mustering some dudes. I think I probably. I mean, I like the blues because I've eaten so much corruption damage already. Yeah, what do you throw away here? I think I throw away the Ents. I honestly don't love the Ents. I hate seeing an Ent in my card. I don't in my hand. I don't know if it's the same for you, but like they just like clog my hand. And you could make the argument, yeah, just play it and then play Elven Rope, but like I just never find the time to be able to play it. Like it's very unlikely that I have a not useful thing to do, which would give me enough time to play the Ent. So I just kind of, I think I throw the Ent away. Yeah, I don't hate it. I generally don't. I mean, it's because people respect the Ent, even if you don't, if you throw it away or not. Sure, it's really helpful in a combat situation. So maybe I should throw away one of these 0 tiles, but yeah, let me know what you think about that throw. But yeah, so I declare an Eastemnet. Opponent gets 1 eye, rolls 1 more. They're rolling 2 eyes consistently. That's good for them. But otherwise, they get a very low attack roll again. Just a bunch of musters, which arguably I think is the kind of roll you would want in this situation. Because you need to bring in more troops, and you need to bring Southrons to war. You need to bring maybe some. You need to threaten different places on the map, and musters are a great way to be able to do that. And I get this very flexible, beautiful roll. So yeah, I'm happy with that roll. I attack Wooden Realm immediately. No reason to dilly-dally, and I think I play Dane. There's a chance that I kill the Witch King even. Like if I get 3 hits, like why not, right? Just let's see it. Oh, I no card. I probably should just play. Maybe. Okay, maybe killing the Witch King is a pipe dream. So maybe not playing a card is correct. They no card. I get 1 hit. They get 1 back. I press. They retreat into Dale, and now Wooden Realm is saved. Hooray! The valiant Northmen came all the way through fight in hell, stalked Wooden Realm, and now I can actually muster there. So that's huge. So my opponent musters down Southrons. I pass. This army is not threatening, so I'm not in any rush to muster. They put the Southrons to war. I think. Yeah, I mean, it's something I wanna do to begin with, and if I'm gonna attack into Witch King with maybe one of these character dice, I wanna have full dice. Like I wanna roll 5 dice. They're organizing armies, and they make a very interesting play here. They go to Nihurad into Umbar, and they just go to North Rune. And this is screaming, and they just left 1 unit in Nihurad. This is just screaming Shadow Lengthens to me. They do have it, and the moment they played this, I'm like, okay, Shadow Lengthens is coming clearly. Like, why would you not? Like a 3-1-0, I know it's like you want to merge them, but why wouldn't you want to merge? Why isn't this 5-1-0 not in Vela Karnan, and why is there guys in Umbar? Question mark. And yeah, they're setting up a Shadow Lengthens play. Absolutely. So this is the moment to attack Dale, to take away that very nice to take away that very nice, very efficient Shadow Lengthens play, and I might get some hits. I think I play Valor here. I think that's a mistake because I'm only. It's not. I don't think it's a mistake actually. I'm only hitting on 6s. I'm doubling my chances to get a hit to get a hit. If I roll, 3 5s, I kill the Witch King. That's good. I know they might have Dread and Despair, but if they don't, they might not have. They play a strategy card, Swarm Bats. I think this is correct. Like, if I'm attacking like this, you really want to save the Witch King. And I get 1-5. It would not have mattered. And yeah, 0 hits. They get 1. And I press and they go to Old Force Sword. And I move out just enough the units so that they cannot retake it. And I also have a King Brands play here. So I move just the units out. And I move this elf out as well because I think if they want to merge the army in Old Forest Road and East Rune, they have to attack Dale first. And if they're going to attack Dale first, I'm just going to take the Elven Regular as a casualty. So that's why I moved this way. And I can still muster in Woodland Realm, by the way. Not this turn, but... So, my opponent draws. Witch King drawing defensively is so annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Witch King getting the cycle ability when they're the defending army is frustrating. Like, you're making an attack and they're getting a card draw. Like, what is this? This is... whatever. Old man yelling at cloud moment. All right, so we move on. My opponent plays Shadows moving, so they played both Stormbats. They take Iron Hills. They're closing they're tightening the noose on Gondor, and I'm fine by that. And they're threatening to attack the Dale. Not right now, but they might have a ring rates abroad, so I don't know that. I play King Brandsman, and I'm just like, okay, I just mustered 2 more units, drew into Book of Mazarbul. Which is nice. And then my opponent starts immediately mustering in North Rune. I pass, they play Give It To Us, and yeah, I have to move against 2 eyes, and I'm caught again. You know, what can you do? And it's a reveal. It's a 1 eye. At least I get down to Gollum. Mary shows up in Western Net, very lower accurate. And I'm in Druden Forest. My opponent plays Lure for 1 corruption. Because, in all honesty, the hunt has gone so bad for me that, yeah, I probably should just chill in Minas Tirith, maybe heal. But, like, I don't have Aragorn. I can't really delay the game. Like, I'm really missing Aragorn. Had I had Aragorn and 6 die, I would have definitely sat in Minas Tirith, maybe healed for some. But I don't have him, so let's see. We're going to move to turn 6. I draw into Enets and Power to Great, which is excellent, because Lorien and Rivendell could certainly come under attack. I kill Book of Mazarbul because there's no companions near Ered Luin or Erebor. And I really need all the help I can get in terms of corruption, so I'm really now reluctant to throw away these blues. So, opponent allocates 1 eye, rolls 3 more, and I get this beautiful roll. 2 wills and movement. Maybe it's a little too movement heavy. Maybe I would appreciate a little bit more musters, but I can use wills as musters, and that's exactly what I do. Start mustering in Dale. Start putting up some fight against this army in Iron Hills. Opponent is preparing an Umbar, going through dead marshes. I hide the Fellowship. Maybe probably should have hid first, such that they can't put a reroll on me like this. But they could have. They were also threatening to attack Dale, and I really wanted to secure Dale. So I'm not really. Don't think that I made a mistake there. But so here I use the will as a half army movement to stalk Minas Tirith and stalk Erebor. Just put a regular there. And I think this is a mistake. Again, my goal should be to put units on the board. As simple as that. And the best place to do it is in Dale or in Woodland Realm. I think given how close the Witch King is, I should just muster an elite in Woodland Realm. And I think I just missed the potential for Shadow to attack and besiege it. Like, they can just bypass Dale. And I just created this, like, blind spot. And I make this half army movement and they attack Woodland Realm, and then that's totally valid. And I don't have any cards to defend it. Unfortunate. So I muster in a leader here and a regular in Lorien, I was like thinking about, okay, I'm just gonna attack the Witch King with this maybe character dice, but I also want to move. But now my opponent can just attack Woodland Realm. They don't attack Woodland Realm. They besiege Minas Tirith. Okay. Now what do? Do I give up my only move? I think I should just. I mean, they're gonna attack Woodland Realm with this die, right? But if it goes poorly, if I play Daylight and goes poorly, I can definitely kill Witch King, maybe. So I think I should just move. Ugh. Yeah, I don't really love this. Maybe they're baiting an attack here. If I have Dread and Despair, I'm 100% playing it. They don't. Okay. Yeah, I think I should just move. I know they're rolling 5 dice, but you know, you gotta get the fellowship moving. I play a strategy card. What am I playing? Am I playing Power to Great? Okay. I get 1 hit plus 1. And they get 3 hits. 4 hits. So yeah, this is not good. You know, now I kind of threw away all my advantage over at Dew just with the single bad roll of a die. Yeah, I should have just mustered in Woodland Realm. It was as simple as that, or kept mustering in Dale. And now instead of a big army, I basically just threw away all the musters I did. And yeah, they're just gonna take Dale. They're gonna take Woodland Realm. I played Dane, so Erebor is also very much likely. Yeah, now all of a sudden I'm like, not good. Yeah, they're attacking Dale. They want to take away the mustering point. Like, this changed their plan. This horrendous roll. And they get a hit, I get a hit. Does not matter. Like, all of a sudden, this is just not good. I can technically sortie from Woodland Realm, and this army is not big enough to re-besiege me, so I can get maybe one more muster in there, but very interesting. Turn 7, I draw Wisdom of Valor on Horn. Buy Horn. Yeah, buy Horn. Fellowship okay. My opponent gets 1 eye. Rolls 2 more. And I get this insane roll. This is a game-losing roll, folks, if my opponent has Day Without Dawn. And let me tell you, I was like really scared. I was like, okay, this is GG. Like, there's nothing I can do. Technically, you can use a ring to turn one of the die results to a non-will face. But like, if I'm using a ring like that and my opponent will still get 2 wills out of me, I'm basically lost anyway. Like, this mistaken duel basically is like, really bad. I need all the dice I can get, so I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna sortie from Woodland Realm and try to muster. And I know card, they know card. I get a hit, they don't get a hit. This is the moment. If they have Day Without Dawn, they will just win the game, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, they get a whole free turn, but they don't have it. And they, by the way, they're very much they've dug deep into the strategy deck, so they very much might have it. But they're moving armies. Yeah, I say David Atan would have been GG. Yeah, muster an elf. They attack it. Yeah. They muster North through, and I think, yeah, after they're done, they might, they're thinking about bringing reinforcements. They might play Shadows Gathered. I think, yeah, they have it. So yeah, they're using their muscles efficiently. I think. I move. I'm caught again, like, and twice. Does not matter, but and here, like, I just need to. I just need to save corruption, and I reveal Inos Gileath. They muster 1. I think this is a little too much now. Like, this is But like this is almost full. This is just being safe about it, I think. Probably a little bit of an overkill, but this would be 14 hit points against 6. So, yeah, certainly looking bad. So here, with this will, I really didn't want to move again. And I didn't really have any muster points left on the board. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna threaten. And my opponent has no musters, by the way. So I'm gonna threaten some empty strongholds. And bring this guy into Rivendell. My opponent plays Shadows Gather. Yep, they play. And then here is a very interesting choice with this will. Do you attack Moria, or do you go towards Dol Guldur and take a free Dol Guldur? And I'm not really sure if this is correct or not, but I just go for Moria. And my thinking was, I played Power to Great. I'm seeing Celeborn, which is nice, but like if I go towards Dol Guldur, I'm not really sure if I can get another stronghold in time. Gondor's not at war. North is at war. Maybe this northern army should have, like I said, been in Bree and Mustard, so I can threaten Mount Gundabad meaningfully. But if I just go to Dol Guldur, I'm giving up Lorien, and they can just take it. They will be at 5 victory points, 7-ish. Maybe it's not a terrible spot to go for a military victory here. I thought to myself, maybe I go to Moria and take it. And now Dol Guldur's like actually open. Yeah, I should have gone for the Dol Guldur here. Like maybe they'll go for Dol Guldur and use the army in Rivendell and Trollshaws to go for Moria. It's just a big, like the thing is, it was a big question mark where I get my second stronghold that I was like unsure of where to go. But like going for Dol Guldur and securing it would be really securing it. So I might at least play for a second stronghold in that case. So I think, yeah, this is a slight error. I mean, slight as in like it's a big error. Like it's a big deviation from what I probably should have done. But I think it was just like wrongly assessed the situation at that point. So anyway, so my opponent gronds Wooden Realm into a Deadly Strife, probably. Yep, and they just get 4 hits. I get 3, and they just like blow it up. I play Confusion because I'm overdrawing cards. I don't want to kill cards. And they just, they're just left to the massive army. And this army is certainly big enough with, it can attack Erebor. Oops, sorry. Yeah, not much to say. So they're at 3. They can quickly rack up points. Like, that's what I was thinking. If I leave Lorien open, Dew, Lorien, DA, MT, and that's already 9. You can just take Pelargir or whatever else and just GG. That's probably why also I didn't go for Lorien. Because right now, Lorien, yes, it's open, but there's no units around it, so. Opponent allocates 1 eye, rolls no more. I get a pretty bad roll. After all those amazing rolls, I guess it kind of balances out. I attack Moria before Shadows can be played, Pits can be played, half Orcs and Goblinmen could be played. Like, I had seen only Hill Trolls up until this point. So I wanted to be quick. But, like, I really don't have any cards that help me attack. Even with the Pippin being there. So, no card, no card. I get a hit, which is huge. My opponent gets a hit. I press. I'm rolling 6 dice. And I don't get it. You know, it's the same odds as like maybe hitting Dale early on. So it's not a terrible odds. It's like 60% chance, but you don't get it. Yeah, I can't press anymore. And they play half Orcs and Goblin Man. And it's just the dream is dead. The dream is dead. And I'm left with a plethora of very suboptimal dice. We'll probably get Gondor to war and start mustering there before Corsairs becomes a problem. But yeah, I'm not in a good spot. Opponent uses the voice to hopefully dislocate this army. I think they go with the teeth. Yep. and they merge in Gorgoroth. They attack Erebor. I go into siege. I put Gondor to war. They attack. At this point, if they had the Corsairs, it would have been officially GG, I think. They play Rage. Very respectable army. I muster in DA. Black Captain commands. They attack Moria. And they no-card it. And I was a little surprised by this attack because there's literally no rush. I'm not expected to get 3 hits with this army, even with a mighty attack. I'm not sure if it's that big of a concern. Maybe they were concerned about me bringing in these guys, the guys in Trollshaws and Rivendell. But like, you could technically have just mustered a couple of units in Dol Guldur and gone towards there. Though I was showing a lot of musters, and my Elven force pool is not that big, so maybe muster in Dol Guldur and go from there. I think that would be maybe a better option. I can't even bring these guys back, by the way, so that's crazy. But here I play Mithril, and genuinely the thinking was, hey, I'm so far behind, I need to get lucky. You know, I need to get lucky and get a hit in one of my 2 leader rerolls to kill the Witch King, and then maybe I can claw myself back into the game. So my opponent gets 2 hits, I get 1 hit, and lead the reroll, drum roll, bye-bye Witch King. So Witch King dies, which is huge. You know, it took a really powerful card to do it, but like, this is the kind of need, the high variance end of the table that I needed to maybe claw myself back into the game. So Pippin has been carrying, yes, but obviously the Elven strong, like, in all honesty, this probably does not end up mattering because Shadow military is so far ahead and free corruption is like very high. But yeah, so Moria has been saved. I use a ring here to go back into Lorien. Well, my opponent can just besiege it. Just go tuk-tuk, right? I do have Celeborn since turn 1, so I'm happy that I've held on to this. I was thinking, hey, I'm going to use a ring to save Pippin, muster with this, and next turn be able to play Celeborn. So I have to give them a ring. And yeah, I was really surprised when they didn't move out to Dimmeldale here. Because I would have 100% done that as Shadow. Like, yeah, you're playing into Celeborn, but like if I don't have Celeborn, it's gonna be a very, very free Lorien. And you have a Deadly Strife that you can even blow it up. Yeah, but yeah, they attack Osgiliath. They get no hits. They press. And I go to I go to Pelargir, and this is why, one of the reasons why maybe I should have gone for Dol Guldur. Had I gone to South Ithilien, I didn't have the dice or the ability to play a ring this turn to take Minas Morgul, but I could have certainly caused some problems, maybe, right? If I retreat into South Ithilien, at least I would have the option open. So, you know, I should have just gone for Dol Guldur. It's just a mistake. So I muster a regular in Pelargir and a leader in Dol Amroth. I have Imri Hill. I want to at least make Dol Amroth a little difficult. My opponent musters an elite in Moria. My Elven force pool is so tiny that it's really difficult to defend both Rivendell and Lorien. And it's my fault. So can't complain. So I will go alone, useless, and scouts, which is really good. Fellowship, okay, allocates 1 eye, rolls 2 more. Yeah, I just get a very decent roll. I at least might be able to get into Mordor if I get a little lucky, but certainly unlikely given corruption's the problem, not the speed. But I don't know why I rushed to muster an elite here. I only have 2 elites, and I do have. Maybe I wanted to use this Celeborn as a daylight. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, they just muster. Like, they're just gonna muster and take it. Like, there's no helping Lorien, unfortunately. So they finally move out. They cover Lost or Not. I recruit the final elite to, yeah, use Celeborn as a daylight. They Corsairs into DA. And I don't have a card to be able to play at Imrahil. I have to give them a ring to be able to do it. At this point, they don't have a way to move leadership. They have, actually they have with the ring, but they have played Grond. They have played Black Captain Commands. They have not played Ring Racer Abroad. So the only card I'm really scared of at this stage is Ring Racer Abroad. If I respect it, I should just give them a ring to play Rimmerhill. Absolutely. But I don't. I just move, and to maybe get into Mordor. I'm caught, of course. Why wouldn't I be? And I get a 1, and I just reveal. No. I guess I'm going into Mordor after the Corsair play. After the Corsair play, this is 5. Lorien's looking bad. That's 7. One of these is gonna be 9, 11. Like, they're technically 11 points in, and I need to be in. So I guess I don't blame myself for trying to get in. But yeah, they play Nazgul Strike. I think I should have revealed. My opponent could also have Cruel Weather at that point, or Nazgul Search as well. So I think the revealing there is absolutely the correct thing to do. Again, problem is corruption, though Shadow's military is definitely there at this point. So they move Nazgul leadership. They rolling for hunt. They catch me. Unsurprisingly, they reveal me. Like, had they not revealed me there, at least I could have maybe pushed on. But like they draw one of only 2 tiles that reveal me. There was a 2 out of 7. Unfortunate. But yeah, it's a 2 reveal, and it's like it's eye that hurts as well. And yeah, it's just I hide. They attack DA. So here, I made a mistake. I think here I was a little frustrated. I should just use the ring to defend DA. Oh. Okay. So yeah, I think the not playing Dol Amroth, not playing Imrahil with the ring was a mistake, because that would give me time to get in. But I also, yeah. When I recruit a leader here, it's quite obvious that I'm holding Imrahil or Círdan, even though Círdan would be useless. So it's very well played by my opponent to attack it immediately. It's just that I chose to get into Mordor, but like, because I was revealed, it was certain that I was not gonna get into Mordor, so I should definitely try to win back the turn by getting lucky in DA, and I can't do that by hiding. So this was a mistake. I'm gonna try to hold it. I hit a Deadly Strife with my Daylight, which is really good. They only get 2 hits, but I roll so bad. I get 2 from my own. It's not what I want. Imagine if that was full. Just busy house. Yeah. So yeah, they press. They get 1 hit with no card. I get 1 back. I would want to deal some more damage back, but unfortunate. They press again. They play a character card, and I don't have any cards. Like, maybe I should just give up on the dream and play Shield Wall after the character card. I was like hoping that I can maybe get lucky here and then be able to play Imrahil next turn. They play Cruel as Death. They get 3 hits, so he wouldn't have mattered, but like obviously that's hindsight. Maybe just should probably play Imrahil, because even if it falls, like it's unplayable. So, and I deal nothing back. So, you know, there's a very respectable army. It's really difficult to retake it. So we go to turn 10. Draw, throw it in and challenge the kings. Challenge the king, but no Strider, alas. Fellowship, okay, allocate 1 eye. They roll a very Palantir heavy roll. And I get a decent roll, a good roll. I want to get in Mordor. I want to probably play these blue tiles. It's good for me that my opponent is not getting that many movement. But obviously at this point it's very unlikely that I win even with a dunk. But yeah, I start mustering in Gondor. Maybe potentially I can go harass Minas Tirith. You know, maybe try taking. Maybe I can go Umbar. Like, this is why Dol Guldur should be. If Dol Guldur is mine, maybe this game is completely different. But they attack Lorien. I keep mustering. They play Palantir of Orthanc. I am really like lost at what to do here. They technically can even Cruel Weather me. I have not seen Cruel Weather, I believe. I give them a ring for what? Oh, to get rid of Palantir of Orthanc. They have 2 Palantirs. I don't want to give them that many draws. Fair. They draw a card. Attack Lamadon. No card. I play Confusion. Maybe if they do a lot of self-hits, I can then think about retaking Dol Amroth. But they don't. They get 2 hits. I get 1. I pass. They draw a card. I start mustering Pelargir. Just put units on the board, and they completely reinforce Minas Tirith. They safeguard Minas Morgul. I hear, okay, freak. I thought I moved, but I guess I didn't. This is a very spicy decision by me. I don't know if it's correct. 1 second. I decided to move out of Rivendell, and my thinking was, next turn, with 5 dice, I might be able to win militarily. If I draw an army movement, I go to Holland, west of Rondor, attack Moria, attack Umbar, move to Holland, east of Rondor, attack Moria, attack Umbar, take Umbar. So that's exactly 5 dice. And if this army is in Rivendell, that requires 6 dice, and notoriously I don't have my 6 die. So in order for this plan to be relevant, I need to make this move. But me making this move obviously means that I can't get into Mordor. So I had to choose between going into Mordor and trying for this plan, and I chose this plan. I think this is definitely a mistake, though, to not getting into Mordor. Maybe I should not have given them a ring and just moved and also did this thing and just like left the Palantir up for a bit. Right? Give them 2 cycles. See, like, just say who cares. But yeah, this was the idea, and I think I could move in and maybe try my luck in Mordor. That's of course an option, but like I think the corruption's so high that I didn't want to. Didn't feel comfortable trying my luck there, but I should definitely just get in and try to at least start the climb, however slow that it might be. But my opponent moves leadership on Lorien, and we go to turn 11. So this is the turn. Fellowship, okay. Allocate 1 eye. My opponent is not rolling any more eyes on a turn where I'm not moving, so okay, fair. And I get, and I don't get I don't even get an army movement or a will. So, you know, it was worth a shot. But now all of a sudden, these armies are. Why did I like? All of a sudden, I'm thinking to myself, why did I move in? Like, this is the perfect role to be in Mordor. I can play my blues. I can move once, or even I can move a second time against the single eye. Like, this would have been a perfect turn to just move, and I can't, and it's all my fault. Yeah, I don't know. This is probably a pipe dream, but I was hoping for a lot of eyes, a lot of Palantir kind of role to be able to execute this plan. And even then, they still have not played the mustering cards. And yeah, they have it. So this plan was no starter from the get go, but yeah, unfortunate. So we prove the Swifter into Lorien.
Nor is he early. He
At this
arrives
point, I'm trying to
precisely when he
gain,
means to.
trying to make some time for Fellowship. And my opponent plays New Powers Rising, and now suddenly Rohan is under threat. I pass. They muster Northink, and they move out. They move out because I don't like. I'm gonna use one character to go back into Helm's Deep. They attack Helm's Deep, and yeah, they're gonna execute a classic carpet siege of Rohan. They're just gonna go to Westmead, Edras, completely subdue Rohan, and that's that. Yeah, I can't muster any Rohirrim, unfortunately. I move, safe. They cover Rohan. Very, very well contained map by Shadow, I must say. Literally no counterplay exists. Like the like everything is covered, except for Pelargir. Like crazy, right? The closest army that I have is in Trollshaz, and it's like abysmally small. So I keep mustering in Pelargir. They Isildur's Bane. Potentially, I don't really know why. I would just play the Ring is Mine, I would think. But also, like, you get rid of a good tile, plus you might hit, and it's an eye. So it's, unlucky. But, like, at least the eye is going to go back into the pool, I guess. So that's not bad. I play Elmwood Cloaks, and they ring. Oh my god. Okay, hopefully it's going to be the last time. Again, so apologies. So my opponent used the ring. I guess they're gonna play Ring is Mine, maybe. No. They undid it. Okay, they're playing Fighting Urukai. Where in Lorien? Helm's Deep. That's a risky-ish Fighting Urukai. Not gonna lie, because I might have some Ents. Unfortunately, I don't. I mean, I have a single one. But if the combat goes ill, I can start mustering Rohirrim, right? They play a strategy card, and I do have a companion, so I can play a card. They played both Swarm Bats, so I was very happy to play this Entmoot immediately and not get it Swarm Batted away. My opponent rolls 2 hits, nice, and I get 4. So immediately, because when you reduce your leaders, you reduce your elites, you lose leadership. Now this fight is very risky. Like, all of a sudden, this army can just annihilate itself. And I play a strategy card here. I think this is a mistake. I should just wait for them to play a card. I just didn't want to get hit too hard. They get 1 hit, and I get also 1. Like, I would have really wanted to like deal 1 more damage. Like, I'm expected to hit 2 there, but okay. And turn 3. Oh my g. Apologies again. Okay. So many visitors all of a sudden. Okay, so where were we? Round 3 of fighting Urukai in Helm's Deep. Yeah, this is a very close fight. It's a 4 against 3, but I'm rolling 5 dice and they're only rolling 4. And yeah, for some reason threw away a shield wall, and they're playing a strategy card now. I know card, and it's desperate battle. Like, imagine if I had the shield wall right now. Wouldn't that be good? And they get only 1 hit, so I guess it wouldn't have mattered. But yeah, and I also get 1 hit. No, I get 3 hits. Holy, what am I talking about? Yeah, desperate battle. The fours are hits. So yeah, Mary doing good stuff. In Helm's Deep, absolutely annihilated this army. So that's good. We go to turn 12. I draw axe and bow and swords in area door. I declare in Mordor. My opponent allocates 1 eye, rolls 1 more. Again, gets a very decent roll. Looking at this board state, wherever they go, it's gonna be tough, right? They need 4 points. Like, where do they get their points? Helm's Deep. I don't think I've seen Denethor, so sorry, Minas Tirith, I mean. 2, and then where? Rivendell, maybe. Otherwise, you have to take on a Gandalf with a Hobbit. It's looking tough, so it's fine. Like, the military defenses are not that bad. And I get a very, very decent roll. I immediately sortie from Helm's Deep because I want to use these musters to muster Rohan. And my opponent did not roll that many musters, by the way. So technically, this is a turn where I could go for a military victory. The one I was talking about, where it's like use Mon army movement, go to Holland, West of Rondor, take Umbar, try take Moria. But like, again, at this point there's only 3 cards left, and I don't think I've seen them play the Shadows on the Misty Mountains, or I don't know if they have seen them play Pits. Let's see. They have played Pits. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right here. Pits of Mordor, Desperate Battle. So the only card that's... And they have played Shadows in the Misty Mountain. So did they play... Oh, they did not play Ulukai. They played the Wheel Trolls. They played Half-Orcs Goblin Men. So I guess the only card they can technically play is Ulukai. So maybe I should just go for a military push here. And they have a ring too, so they have a single character card. They will just move into north, like into Moria, and then move this near Harad into Umbar. And if they have Ulukai, which they don't, they may play it. So this is perfectly fine. And do I lose militarily if I just go for this plan? They take Pelargir, they take Minas Tirith, they're at 9. They need 1 more point. That will take, let's say, 2 dice. With 4 dice, can you take another point? Maybe they rush Lorien, maybe. And Lorien's definitely a tough nut to crack. Rivendell will be completely open, so maybe they can go for Rivendell. But if they also defend Moria, then the Rivendell might be off the table. So I feel like I should just go for it. Just not worry. But then they can maybe muster an Orthanc, and they just go character, reinforce Helm's Deep, and take Helm's Deep. Very interesting. What would you do here? I feel like I want to just go in a blaze of glory and try for the military attempt. But I sortie, I auto hit, they get a hit. Okay, at least I will be able to muster. Yep, they're thinking about moving armies. They play Ring is Mine. I pass, they play the other red. I start mustering. They attack Lorien. Strategy against advantageous position, probably. Yep, nice play by me. They get nothing. And yeah, yeah, of course it shines. 3 hits. Yeah, that's a no starter almost. They stop. I play Elven Rope. They move leadership to Ministirit. And here, probably, I should just go for the Holland and Westerrondor play. I don't. They get the mouth. I move. It's one reveal, not the end of the world. I just reveal to reduce the corruption. I don't know. I don't know why I specifically prepared for that and I'm not going for that. That's a little hard to explain. I think I should have like gone for it, man. Like genuinely. Okay. They move. Fair. We go to turn 12. Draw riders. I feel like I just played way too scared this game. Way too scared of leaving my strongholds. Not taking Doguldur, not going for these weak, very weak strongholds. Yeah. Yeah. I think I was just frustrated. But like, yeah, that's obviously not a good excuse. So, unfortunate. So, allocate one, I roll 2 more. I get this genuinely beautiful roll. I go for this plan now. Okay. They still have only rolled 1 muster, by the way. They muster an elite in North Dunland. Yeah, this is very smart. I think they also had this option last turn of mustering an elite here and then using the characters to attack. Yeah, this is smart. And attacking Moria here is probably just wrong. Why not? Can I actually take it? I guess I'm like trying to make something happen, but like I don't think I've seen Balrog. Balrog could certainly be out there, and that would be really risky. I don't know, like maybe like even attacking the mouth is a decent idea to storm the Mordor here is good. But like obviously it's very unlikely that I get 4 hits and they get to retreat into Minas Morgul. And now what is this army doing in South Ithilien? What if this army just went up to Mount Gundabad? That would also be an option. Go to Ettenmoors. But if I go that way, Rivendell's completely open. Then you just walk in. And I played Power to Great. So I don't know. How would you go about playing? Like, yeah, I feel like I didn't play the best way, but like right now they can just go to Rivendell and take 2 free victory points. But if they do that, they're risking getting Minas Tirith in one go. And they just Moria from Dunland. Yeah, they're just not taking any risks. They're making sure. But if this combat goes well, like if I just get, like we're rolling 4 dice, both of us. So if I get a little lucky, maybe that's why I should like do it. If I get a little lucky, I can definitely win militarily. So maybe I should stay. Okay, but I scouts. Okay, this. Yeah, I don't like this. Now I don't even have the dice to be able to win militarily, right? I need 4 dice. I have only 3. I think I should have just taken my chances there. And if they're annihilated in Moria, even if there's like only 2 dudes left in Moria, right? Like if this army and the on top of the army with the elves trade 1 for 1. This is 6 for 4, and if there's only 2 left, 2 dudes left, I can maybe do a heroic attempt on Moria to roll a 6 and 3 dice, and then take Umbar. So I just stay there. Like why am? Yeah. Pass. They use a ring to muster. And now that dream is dead. And because that dream is dead, now I just go back to Pelargir. I think that's fair. If this army is not, yes, it can technically take Umbar, but like if I can't find another 2 victory points, then it just means I'm giving up Pelargir. And if my opponent goes for Pelargir and gets a bad roll, for example, then I might like retake a stronghold. So I'm keeping Pelargir open, and I have some more Gondorians left in the force pool, so I might want to use that as a mustering point. And I kind of go back. I don't want to leave Rivendell open. It's a little bit of a step back. My opponent goes to South Downs. You know, if I'm scared to take this fight once, maybe I'm scared to take it again. So maybe they're threatening for Rivendell. But also Shire's open. So I mustered in Bree, which I was like, why? Just muster in the Shire, I think. And I mustered in Pelargir. The Bree muster is like inexplicable, I think. They attack Minas Tirith, then they roll 3 hits with no cards. You know, I expected Minas Tirith to hold some, such that maybe the army in Pelargir can help relieve the siege, you know, but they get 3 hits, I get 1, so immediately like out the wazoo. They great host, they get nothing, I get nothing, they get a +1. Yeah, I hide the fellowship, they attack Minas Tirith, get 1 hit, I get 2. Yeah, it's yeah, not looking good. I get guards, which is an excellent top deck. An Athelas, they allocate 1, I roll 2 more. Again, just a very high on Palantir's day. Roll a bunch of movement, play guards. They draw a character card. I attack Osgiliath. Okay, so here my plan was, I saw Gondor open. I saw Mordor open, and again they didn't roll that many musters. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go for Mordor. And yeah, I think this was just a mistake. And I'm going through like Osgiliath. I think I should just go for Lossonot and relieve the siege on Minas Tirith. Maybe go Umbar. Yeah, like imagine if I had the Dumbledore, man. Like imagine, just unbelievably like unfortunate decision there by me. But I think, why am I attacking Osgiliath? It's full battalion. I don't want this. If this army disappears, there's literally nothing that can like get me back into the game. So no card. I get 2 6s, which is lucky, but they get 4 hits. So that army just immediately vanished off the face of the earth, and I'm pressing, and this is a frustration press. I probably because there's no reason to press here, right? Just take your losses and at least keep some army, a resemblance of an army, and maybe muster there. You're fine, I guess. Final 1 regular. I'm basically looking to get lucky here. It's not frustration. I think I'm misspeaking, but I don't have many musters unit left, so I'm trying to get lucky to get some hits and maybe kill the mouth and free up. No card. I get 3 hits, which is exactly the kind of roll you want, and well, my opponent gets 3 hits. It's valid, right? It's fair. You get 3, I get 3, so cannot complain. At this point, I again press because I'm trying to kill the mouth, but yeah, they just go into Minas Tirith. I give them a free movement essentially. They attack Minas Tirith. They play Relentless Assault, which is an excellent card to play in this situation. They take 2, and they get 3 hits, and I get 2 back. Minas Tirith is done. And Pelargir just threw itself into Osgiliath, so Pelargir is going to be very easy another point. And my opponent is clearly going for Shire. Here I I was unsure. I need to defend Pelargir, but I also need to defend the Shire. So I mustered both once. They draw a card and oh wow, I didn't realize they top decked it. Like, this is the only card that they allows them to win cleanly. Because they need to make an attack here. 1. They need to go here, 2, 3. They need 3 dice, but they have only 2 attacks and no rings. So this Palantir drawing the top deck that they exactly need, is a little lucky. But yeah, I was never close to dunking. Even if the game goes on for another turn, there's no chance, unfortunately, for free to win. Here they use ring rates abroad. They go to Buckland and they completely evacuate Minas Tirith into Osgiliath. And here I just make a mistake. And I think they make a mistake, and I don't take advantage of it. They obviously want to attack with full battalion here to take Pelargir with these 2 dice. They can take both. But with one of my dice, I can just attack Lossernacht, and the other one just retake Minas Tirith and just win myself back a turn. But I don't, and I just go to Grey Havens because I'm like, okay, if they take Shire, I might like I'm basically forcing them to attack the Shire here. And if they get maybe a little unlucky, if I deal 2 hits, they have 2 HP and I have 3 HP, I can maybe like this army can take. But like I should really attack Lossernacht to give myself the option of taking back Minas Tirith, because they can certainly use one of the dice to cover Minas Tirith again, to not let me retake, but then they can't just attack both Shire and Pelargir. So small error, probably does not end up mattering. They flip them out, they attack the Shire, obviously. They no card, no I no card. They get a hit. Okay. And I get nothing. And they press, I retreat. And this is now a 4 versus 4, but they have more leadership. The only place I can do anything about is in the Shire. No card, no card. I get 1 hit, and they roll 2 hits. I just press because I have to. They stay. I roll nothing. They roll 2 back, and then that's GG. No, but it's seeing that it's an official tournament. We play it on. They attack Pelargir. I daylight. Nice Trident Despair. To forfeit, to they roll they roll 2 hits regardless. I roll 1. Press, stay, no card, they get it. It's GG. Yeah, obviously those 6s at the end didn't matter, but like, yeah, this was a rough one to revisit. I'm not taking empty at Oguldur. I don't know what I was thinking. Not going into Mordor. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I could have pushed for a military victory there, especially after playing for one. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe risking Strider when I know I want to crown Aragorn. I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, against the 3, I genuinely like taking a random. It wasn't even that like it wasn't even that impactful, like at the end of the day, to get Strider killed there. But obviously, if he had lived, if I had my 6th die, I would have been able to sit in a stronghold and been fine. Like, seeing that I have a single game, I feel like risking Strider there might have been a mistake. But obviously, if it was a 2, I 100% would have taken it. But a 3, I was like reluctant to do so. But maybe that was also a mistake. But so, but yeah, this was just, yeah, I think I just played a little too scared. There's not much else to say. Otherwise, I really like like of course my opponent also made some mistakes, right? Not taking Wooden Realm when they had a chance, allowing me to come back from Carrick. Maybe playing Fighting Urukai in in Helm's Deep was a little too ambitious, a little too risky. Maybe instead of attacking Moria and getting the Witch King killed. And by the way, I completely forgot. I had to get really lucky to get the Witch King killed to have a chance of clawing back myself into the game. If I don't do that, then the game would have been already over because the hunt was so rough. So maybe, yeah, again, maybe I shouldn't have killed Strider. But, oh well. Don't know about, like, actually not risking a random against the 3. But let's look at the statistics. Yeah. So I am high on movement. And that's really good when Strider's dead early. It allows you to keep moving. Low on Palantirs. I didn't really have that many urgently playable cards, other than like not playing Imrahil for some reason, for ungodly own reason. I think this is a very acceptable, and a lot of wills, and not getting hit by Day Without Dawn that one turn. Holy, a lot happened this game. But yeah, I think my action dice rolls are perfectly fine. My combat dice plus 11 on 5s. That's really good, considering that I never tried to taking a siege, so that's good. I dealt some damage. Yeah. Like where? It definitely did not feel like it. I'm like, where did I deal? Maybe the attack in Osgiliath? I don't know. This feels a little like too high. Holy. Oh no, this is swapped. What am I talking about? This is swapped. Okay, this is now it makes sense. This is Shadows rolls, and these are Free People rolls. I am +2 on. Yeah, this feels correct. Okay, now we're talking. I am overall -5 on combat. You know. Yep. And my opponent is technically down on 6s, but with all the cards they played, +11 on 5s. And the 6s came in like hunts as well. Like they played bunch of cards. Yeah, I don't think they had any issue even in terms of combat. Where my opponent was high was Palantirs and a little bit Eyes. Yeah, they were definitely down on musters. So low on attacks overall for sure. Low on musters. They rolled a bunch of Palantirs and a bunch of Eyes. So it's not the greatest action roll dice for them. Though the attacks they had, they were hitting some. So overall, I would say very a little bit of combat luck for Shadow, a little bit luck on, not a little bit, like probably lucky in terms of action dice for Free People, though. That's why this game probably felt a little closer than it actually was, especially after getting Strider killed so early. So unfortunately, we start with a loss, but there's gonna be a game 2. Game 2, I'm gonna be playing as Shadow, and hopefully we'll claw back. And now we're on the edge. If we lose, we're out of the tournament. If we win, there will be a tiebreak, and the tiebreaks are exciting. So hopefully we'll get there. But that's it for me today. Feel free to share your opinions of this game, thoughts, opinions. I love to hear. I love to discuss. So I'll see you in the next one. So bye bye. See you later.